It's always interesting to note when Jesus doesn't answer a question directly, what the purpose of that is, and to try to figure that out. And he says, somebody asks him, Lord, will only a few people be saved? And Jesus answers, I'm not going to tell you. But you, strive to enter through the narrow gate. For many will attempt to enter, but will not be strong enough. And I was thinking, if he said, 87.2% will make it and the others will not, what's the thought process going to be? Well, then, I'm a lot better than the people around me, so I'm a sure shoo-in. Or, only 9% of people will make it in. Well, I'm lost, so why even bother? Why even bother? And so we end up, it would become like a comparison game or something like that. And Jesus is saying, I don't want you to be looking at the people around you and seeing how they're doing, not to compare yourself to, how holy you are versus how holy they are. I want you to strive with all that you have to enter through the narrow gate. We were at the Priest Institute this week. We had Father Josh Johnson. He was sharing a story of a young man who was at church one day, and the priest said, all of you here have the capacity to become saints. And for whatever reason, that struck him. So he says, well, to be a saint, I have to pray. And so he got to Mass an hour early, prayed for an hour, then prayed for an hour after Mass. And I'm not going to go through the whole story, but basically, this man was a man who influenced John Paul II so much to enter into the spiritual life, who made him a saint. One of the two key people in John Paul's life that made him a saint. Because this man heard that call that we're all supposed to be saints. If we leave it to the numbers game, either we'll despair or we'll think, I've got a shoe-in. But we're called to strive, to enter through the narrow gate.